Attention everybody who does not own a television, a radio, or the internet. Washington State has just passed a bill which allows gay people to marry each other. Good job on catching up with common sense, Washington State. And also, take that, God! Now, most of you may know that Washington State has been a hotbed of progressive politics since actually before the state itself existed. Even in the late 1800s, the people who gravitated toward the Pacific Northwest were people who believed in freedom and believed in progress, and they've always had great ideas and been the front runners of movements to bring rights to people who should have had those rights to begin with. So why is it, Washington State, that you didn't pass the gay marriage bill until after Iowa did? Come on, people. Iowa. The place where having sex with your sister is okay as long as you married her first. Figured out gay rights before Washington State? Even the churches are pro-gay marriage. There are so many gay people here, so many intelligent, college-educated people, that even Christians, hardline Christians, believe in gay marriage because they bothered to study the history of their book and they're intelligent enough to put their religion into the context of the modern world. But some people are just too fucking stupid to do that. Sort of people who add R's into the names of states that don't even have R's in them probably don't know how to read in the first place, and it's no surprise that they are afraid of gay people because they still believe that getting married makes you a grown-up. Now, I do have one problem with this whole legalization of gay marriage, though, and my number one problem with this is that now more people are going to get married, which is pretty much always a bad idea. In case you don't understand this, Mike the asshole is pretty much always opposed to marriage, okay? Because most people, when they get married, they think it's gonna change them. They think that their real mediocre relationship, or maybe their great relationship that they've had for 3 months, needs a contract to guarantee that they're still gonna be together 10 years from now. Guess what? If you feel like you need a contract to keep you together, you're not gonna be together 10 years from now. There are only two, count them, 1, 2, valid reasons to get legally married. Reason number 1, you or your loved one spend a lot of time in the hospital, and being married makes it a little easier to get inside the front door outside of visitation hours. So if you are on death's doorstep and you're pretty sure you're going to be with the same person for the next 6 months before you kick the bucket, go for it. Get married. It'll make your life a little easier. Reason number 2 is to save money on taxes. If you love each other so fucking much that you're going to be together for the rest of your lives, why do you need a legally binding contract? But hey, as I love to say, everyone has an equal right to lose half their shit in a divorce. Now there's one other thing that just makes me want to stab myself in the fucking neck. It's when people go on and on and on about the sanctity of marriage, okay? The sanctity of a legally binding contract. Why don't I talk to you about the sanctity of the bill of sale on my fucking car? Alright? It's just a contract. You can talk about the sanctity of your little ritual if you want. Go ahead, do rituals to tell everyone how you love each other all fucking day long. If you really want to brag to your friends about how good your lay is, go for it. Do a ritual, make it special. Okay, but the real reason I have a problem with this whole sanctity of marriage thing is that it completely fails to recognize the sanctity of all the relationships you have. Your relationship with your mother and father, if your mother and father are worth a damn, are sacred relationships. Your relationships to your brothers and sisters are sacred. Your relationship to your best friend, to your not so best friend, those are sacred relationships. Believe it or not, your relationship to your worst enemy can be a sacred relationship that brings you more deeply into tune with the meaning of life. Okay? So make your relationship with your boyfriend or your girlfriend, make that sacred. Don't go waving some piece of paper around and talking about how somehow God likes legal contracts, alright?